Gary Johnson, Product Manager with Kuhn Krause. Want to visit with you here just a little bit today about our EXCELERATOR XT 8010. First thing we want to talk about today is the Quick Start Guide. And the Quick Start Guide is just a simple step-by-step procedure that we've outlined that comes with each one of our products. This one, usually you can find it in the manual case with each machine, or you can go to My Kuhn and register your product there and obtain the Quick Start Guide there. Or if that's all else fails, contact your dealer and he can go to the dealer portal and source one there for you as well. Starting out here, the front of the machine, when we talk about the Quick Start Guide, we want to just give you a quick rundown of some of the procedures that we would have to set the machine for the field. All your hoses here have been hooked to the tractor. They're color coded, so they're easy identification. But you might notice that we have one hose here that stands out from the others, a little different. We got a tag on it, plus it's an orange handled hose. This is the return line for the constant flow hydraulics on the wing, and it's a very simple design. It's a cost-effective design. Otherwise, if we did not have that, we'd have to have an accumulator on the machine to hold the oil that is bypassed. So again, it's a low-cost solution and something that works quite well. So look for that. Contact your tractor manufacturer, your dealer, for the proper hookup of that. And again, we just want it's a low pressure return line that goes directly back to the tractor. The first thing we want to do on the machine is more than likely set the pressure for the wings and the rear star wheels. This is where we use our constant flow hydraulics on both circuits. And they're adjustable. You're probably going to want to set the wings at somewhere in that 250 psi range, and the rear star wheels you could probably start in that same general vicinity, 200 to 250. The one thing that I want to just caution everyone about is don't go overboard with that adjustment, because it's very easy to do. A lot of people think, well, if I just turn the pressure up, I can go in deeper with my tool, deeper with the wings and so forth. And that's not necessarily true. You can cause a lot of uneven field finish by going too aggressively with that. Again, we just want the pressure just enough so that we're holding the wings steady at speed. If you're going 10 miles an hour, you don't want those wings out there waving at you as you're going through the field. So we want to put just enough pressure on there to keep that from happening. The rear star wheels, again, don't get too aggressive, because you've got enough control there that you can actually pick up the rear of the machine just a little bit if you try to run them too aggressive. So start out low, work towards the higher settings. Depth control is right here with a crank adjustment, poppet valve, hydraulic poppet valve. 4 turns of the crank is going to equal about 1 inch. And we like for you to, I like to see the tool being operated so that the flutes here is kind of a depth indicator. I don't like to see people trying to run them past the flute. If we go out in the field and we see that you're running in that 2.5 to 3 inch depth range, that's usually good enough. Again, this is a vertical tillage tool, so we're not really after depth so much as more of a uniform working across the width of the tool, uniform depth control. The gauge wheels here in the front is going to be one of our last adjustments that we're going to make. You want them kind of out of the way at first. We've adjusted front to rear with the turnbuckle or a hydraulic option that you see here. This is our hydraulic option. Front to rear leveling is also controlled with a standard turnbuckle that's in place of the hydraulic cylinder right there. It's a 3-to-1 ratio. So if you shorten the turnbuckle or shorten the cylinder stroke, you're going to raise the front of the tool. If you extend it or lengthen it, you're going to lower the front of the tool. So we want to make sure that adjustment is correct. One way that I check that is just to see on a level surface. It can be a concrete pad or whatever. That's a good place to start. But you can lower the unit until the blades are just about to touch, and just eyeball them. Look at the front gang compared to the rear gang, the wings compared to the center section, and if you've got a blade touching before some of the others, you want to make adjustments, of course, to counteract that. So in this case, if the rear gangs hit the level faster than the front gangs, we want to lower the front just a little bit. Very simple. The side-to-side leveling is going to be accomplished with this adjustment right here. This adjusts the levelness of your wings. Of course, we want them adjusted level with the center section, everything cutting the same depth. So if you want to raise the wing, you would lengthen this adjustment, lengthen the eye bolt on the cylinder. If you want to lower it, you'd shorten it. And just check your measurement from here to here, right in this area, and make sure the other side is set to the same. That should get your side-to-side, front-to-rear leveling. The tines right here in the center, we want to adjust those. I like to put them in the forward position right here so we have maximum residue and trash flow to start out with. As you learn the conditions of your field, you can put those more aggressive to where they'll do a little more action, a little more work. The cylinders on this one, on the gang angles, I think everyone knows they're adjustable 1 to 8 degrees. This is a hydraulic option, which is very popular. You can control that from the cab, and again, you can do it on the go, so that's made this a very popular option. But if you want to go with the standard procedure, you'd have a turnbuckle in there, and the turnbuckle is a threaded turnbuckle that you put a 1 1/8" socket on the end of it right here, and you turn it to extend it or shorten it to get your gang angle. But you have to do that with each gang. Again, it's there, it's available, but hydraulics seems to be very, very popular. Moving on back to the rear, the star wheels, we talked about the pressure on the star wheels, where we want to run that. The baskets on the rear, they're adjustable for down pressure, but there's a decal on each section that calls out the length of the spring here, the down pressure spring from the trunnion to the flat washer. So you want to measure that dimension and set that particular section width accordingly. That gets your proper down pressure on each section. And then the last point right here is on the rear attachment on the reels, is this pin right here. If it gets real wet, and you're dealing with very wet conditions, you can pull that pin, put it up here to the top, and it's going to take the down pressure away from the rear, and it's going to float the reels. You're just going to use the weight of the reel to get your action. But again, it can extend your working ability, your weather window, if you have wet conditions. So with that, I think that pretty well sums up some of the settings that's covered in the Quick Start Guide. Again, I mentioned the front gauge wheel. That's one of the last adjustments you want to make, and we want to just carry just enough pressure on that front gauge wheel to keep it turning, keep it from oscillating as you're going through the field. I think that just about covers it on the Quick Start Guide. If you care to learn more about our product, you can visit us on the computer at kuhn.com.